Okay. Lower this. That always throws me off. Now, for the last few days, I've been trying to do a run through on Below Ice Mountain Quest after that snafu when I ended up recording nothing but my home page for over 2 hours. Okay, now I am double checking on my other device, and this thing is supposed to be live, but I'm not seeing it. Okay, there I am. All right. Okay, I see it now. Yeah, I always have to make sure because that's going to haunt me for a minute. Okay, so I wanted to do a run through on this quest, kind of like a remake. But every time I start out, I realize there's more information I want to put out there. Now, when I started the quests, of course, well, you're already supposed to have 16 quest points. So, that being said, you should have quite a bit of experience. And also, that being said, I think it's safe to assume that most people at that point know how to get coins and know how to use a weapon and all that kind of stuff. But that's still assuming a lot. In my particular case, I'm going around carrying a mithril warhammer. And that's a pretty heavy duty weapon. Without getting into mage or anything like that. As far as melee weapons is concerned, that's pretty decent. Now, I was also a level beyond a level 12 in woodcutting, which means I can use the canoe system. And I've been using the Grand Exchange for a minute. So I'm just jumping in here assuming too much. I want to go through this with the thought that someone looking at this stream doesn't necessarily have any coinage or a decent weapon or access to the canoe system. In other words, you're starting from scratch. Now I'm going to be walking, or I should say running, most of the time I hope. Sorry about that. Into Varrock. Assuming you have no coinage and, well, a lot of it, okay, I'm starting from scratch, all right? Now, having said that, when you're prepping for this particular quest, you do have the option at one point, pretty much at the end of the quest, to either fight a level 25 monster or chip away at some pillars to bring part of the structure down upon it. Now, I just opted for the fighting part. Assuming you wanted to chip away at the pillars, it is recommended that you have a pickaxe with you. That being said, here I am at the Lumbridge swamp area where the mining tutor is located. Okay, you see that guy with the white shirt and the blue pants walking around? Okay, let me show you where I'm at. Okay, anybody vaguely familiar with this thing should know that that's Lumbridge Castle. And when you walk out of there and go south, you eventually end up in the swamp area. Now keep on going south because you're going to run out of land, and that's where the tutor's at. All right. So if you're walking out of the castle, turn right and keep on going until you can't go any further. And that's where the swamp area is, and that's where this mining tutor is. Okay? So you want to talk to this guy right here. Yeah, my mining level is pretty high. So we're just going to go with the first option. Any advice for an advanced miner? As you're already here, have a pick. Say you can mine the rocks around me. All right? Yeah, sorry, I should have opened that before. I completely emptied out my inventory. Okay, we're starting from scratch here. Okay, now he's going to get into it, and we really don't need all that. All I needed was the pickaxe. All right, because I'm assuming, I'm just going out here and just assuming someone may not have any coinage whatsoever. I'm also going to cover how not to be broke in old school RuneScape. Okay? Yeah, with special emphasis on certain things about below Ice Mountain in particular, as far as some of the items you're going to collect. Again, namely the pickaxe. All right, so we have the pickaxe. Again, this is where we're located. You start from Lumbridge Castle, you just go south. Believe me, you'll find it. You'll run out of land, and that's where it's at. Okay? Now, I'm also going to get, since we're right here anyway, I'm also going to talk to this guy over here. This guy happens to be the fishing tutor, I believe? Yes. All right. Any advice for an advanced fish? Yeah, my fishing level's pretty high too. Okay, we'll just go with that. Okay, what happened here? Ah, you've lost your net, have you? Have another. Okay. Look at the inventory. You've got your net. All right. Now this is a basic rundown, just in case I don't know what everyone does, but that's all you basically have to do to fish. Okay? Just tap on one of those square things. All right, let me get out of there. Now, the first time you start fishing, you're probably only going to catch shrimp. The pink stuff is the shrimp, the gray stuff is the anchovies, but you don't get anchovies until later on. All right, I just wanted to point out where to get a free net if you've somehow lost your net. Okay, it's right there next to the mining place. All right, now we're going to go to Lumbridge Castle, because if you don't want to go that far south, you don't really have to. Just in case you weren't aware of it, when you go to the towers in Lumbridge Castle, you can pick up a couple of pickaxes there. All right, let me run because I'm wasting a lot of time here. Okay. So right here, the towers you pass through when you first get in here. Let me see if I remember how to get through here. Hold on. Okay. Actually, I think it's the other side that has it, but whatever. We'll walk across. Okay. Just hit the ladder. Okay. Hit the ladder again. All right. Right there's the pickaxe. Go ahead and pick it up. And on the other side is another pickaxe. You might as well pick that one up too. Okay, so there are 3 levels to this thing. That was the 3rd level. This is the middle level, so you'll be given the option of going up or down. You're going down. It's like the castle. The middle level, you get the option of going up or down. Hold on. I don't remember if there's anything else here. I guess not. Okay. So now you've got 3 pickaxes. So you got your choice as far as how you want to obtain your pickaxe. Okay, this is basically all right. This character is getting all kinds of carried away. Apparently I just ran out the back way. Let me get back in there. All right. Let me do that again. Sometimes the characters get all over the place. Okay, you went up the stairs. Let me stop running because this thing is just running all over the place. Okay, and there's also a rune here. You can go ahead and take that. Now the kitchen area, lots of stuff to collect. Take it all. Because with the level 16, well, with 16 quest points, if you haven't used the exchange, yeah, you need to start using it. Because that's too much of an advantage to give up. But I don't know. I think the Iron Men or Iron Women don't use it. I don't know how that works. Whatever. Okay, there's a bowl. There's a pot. Take special note of that pot. You definitely need that when working this. You know what? Let's go ahead and fill the bowl up with water. Or the jug. Hold on. There's also a jug right there. Take the jug. And the knife. Really, if you don't know where it's at, you probably will miss it. It's there in that corner over here on the side table. See, these things are so small. If you don't know, yeah. It took me a while just to be able to find that one. So another bowl and another pot is spawned. Take that and take it. Collect as many items as you can. Remember, we're trying to make money here too. This is assuming you have no coins whatsoever. All right, that's everything from the kitchen. We'll go down to the cellar. Yeah, I covered this yesterday in another stream, but not with this particular focus. Okay, there are leather boots here. Take the leather boots. As a matter of fact, since I took everything off, let me go ahead and put the leather boots on. Okay. Now I've got boots. All right. And there's another pair of boots next to the broom. Right there. And there's another jug next to the sink. Yeah, I used this sink yesterday. I'll use the sink upstairs in the kitchen, so okay. Again, here's another knife. And again, if you don't know it's there, you probably will never see it. Okay, you see the bucket is here. That's big enough. And the knife is on the same table, just right there. And as I just discovered, you can get 50, hold on, I think 50 coins or 51 coins for cabbage. So we'll take the cabbage as well. All right, what else we got? Okay, it spawned another jug. Or did we not take that jug? Whatever. Take that one. And it spawned another bucket. These things are replaced quickly, so it's excellent. Let me see about the boots also. The boots, you can get 64 coins for the boots. So yeah. And the boots over here, yeah. Okay. That's enough stuff because we still got plenty of things we have to collect. All right, I would take the bowl, but I'm running out of space already. All right. So the bowl is actually easier to see. So let me go ahead and tap the bowl. Look at the inventory. Okay, tap the bowl and then tap the sink. And both bowls are going to be filled. Okay. As I've mentioned in the previous stream, you can spend all day tapping on that sink. If you haven't selected, oh, where did I go again? Let me get back in there. If you haven't selected an item, nothing's going to happen. This time I'm going to select a jug. Just tap on it like that and tap on the sink. And now all the jugs are filled. Look, press on it and you see it's not just a jug, it's a jug of water. Okay, so yeah. All right. Now I made a point of, well, that's good to know, just about the water source and how to get water. But I actually need these items because on this quest you are required to have bread. And if you don't have any coinage, you might as well know how to make it. So we'll also be doing that as we make our way to Varrock. Okay, that's enough because we still have things we need to collect and we don't have any more space. Now you can also make money just selling the bread dough, but I mean it really doesn't make sense to make something that takes so many steps when you can just get something and sell it. We're trying to save time and we're trying to be as efficient as possible. Because if you want to break it down, you can spend forever doing just about anything. Okay, now the way we're going to get to Varrock, I would use a canoe. But again, I'm not going to assume that everyone is at least a level 12 in woodcutting, which is what you have to do, or what you have to be in order to use the canoe system. Okay, as I've mentioned it in previous streams, the canoe stations and canoe attendants can be identified. When you see someone walking around with a canoe paddle, that's the canoe station. Okay, you see that area? I shouldn't even be wasting time on this, but in Lumbridge, just cross over either the cement or the wooden bridge. It is this, since I don't have an axe, it doesn't matter anyway. But that's what the tree you would hit and cut down if you had an axe. And if you were level 12, you'd be able to make a canoe out of that tree. And this guy over here, he's the attendant. See, he's holding a canoe paddle. Let me turn this guy around. Yeah, all canoe station attendants carry canoe paddles. Can you teach me about canoeing? Okay, and they can give you all the information you need. All right, I wanted to point that out, but we're not gonna. I'm trying to make this stream not so long because I am trying to get to the point when I can just run through below Ice Mountain, all the events, without needing to go through all this additional information. So at this point, we are going to make our way to Varrock. The path I'm going to take is not the shortest way, but it is the easiest way to explain. Hold on. Okay. Now when you get out of the castle, the road in front of you goes north-south, for the most part, until you get to this bend where the sheep pen is, and then it goes west. Okay, and just keep on going west until you reach. Okay, where are we here? South Falador Farm. Now, before you get there, go north. You see this wall that separates? All right. Well, I'll bring it up at that point in time. But you're just going to take the road right in front of Lumbridge Castle. You're going to take it, you're going to go north until the road bends and you're going west. You just stay on the road, keep on going west until right before South Falador Farm, and then you're going to go north. Once you go north, you're going to keep on going until you get to the Barbarian Village. Then you're going to cut through the Barbarian Village, you're going east. And once you pass over the bridge, you are in Varrock. Where's Varrock? There we go. Sorry, I was looking for the name. Okay, so that is not the shortest path, but it's the easiest one to explain. You leave Lumbridge Castle, you're going to turn left, which means you're going to be heading north. You stay on that road. You stay on that road and you keep on staying on that road until the road bends. You don't have long to wait. And it's going west. You keep on that road until right before South Falador Farm. Then you're going to go north. And then you're going to go east, and there you are. All right. So, again, not the shortest path, but it's the easiest one to explain. Plus, it's going to pass by some place we need to get to anyway. Okay, yeah, we're passing the general store, but again, I'm assuming someone looking at this has no money whatsoever. Okay, so we are staying on this road. After we pass the sheep, it's going to turn, and we'll be going west. Okay, let's move it faster here. Okay, not too fast because I don't want to pass. Okay, no, I'm sorry. We still have to get past the chicken coop. All right, once you pass the chicken coop, this is where we have to go. All right, this was another reason to take this path. Okay, past the chicken coop, you'll need to get some wheat. Let's open this gate. Okay, let's see how much space we've got. Not too much. And I still have to collect a couple of more things. So, well, Oh, I only have 2 pots anyway. Very good. All right. Okay, so look at your inventory. We now have 1 bundle of wheat. I'm going to take another one. All right, look at your inventory. We now have 2. Okay, that's more than enough anyway. I just like to play it safe. So I took an extra one. Okay, once you've picked your wheat, you want to go to this windmill. Okay, go inside. You've got to go upstairs. Okay, so you hit the ladder. Okay. Oh, here's a random event fellow. To get rid of random events, you press down on the character and you get your options. Dismiss mysterious old man. There we go. Okay. Okay, we're in the middle. We just climbed the ladder. Now we're on the middle level. So if I hit the ladder again, I'll get the option of going up or down. I'm going to climb up. Okay, now we are on the top floor. I've mentioned this in every stream so far, and I might as well keep on going. In old school RuneScape, they don't really show you climbing steps or ladders or anything. So if you're not used to it yet, it may still be a tad bit confusing. Although it doesn't seem like you have moved in the game. You tap on a ladder or a staircase, you are on the next level. You'll get used to it after a while. All right. Okay, we are on the top floor. Now, in order to grind the wheat, all I have to do is tap on this hopper. See this? Okay. That's a hopper. You tap on it, look at your inventory. We had 2 bundles of wheat, now we have 1. Okay, after you tap on the hopper, you've got to tap on the lever. Where's the lever? Okay, hold on. Okay. Now you do the same thing for every bundle of wheat you have. So I just tap the hopper again. And look at your inventory. That took care of the second bundle of wheat. Tap the lever again. Okay, so everything's grounded out. Now you got to go back downstairs. Tap on the ladder. Now you're in the middle level. Tap it again. It gives you the option, up or down, going down. Okay. So here we are. Now you need to have a container in order to collect the wheat. Okay? I mean, you can actually do all that kind of stuff, but if you don't have a container, you won't be able to collect it. And the only container you'll be able to use for wheat is a pot. So once I tap on this thing, one of the pots will fill up. So I'll go ahead and see where the chute is, the slide. Okay. Look at your inventory. Look at one of the pots. One of the pots now has wheat in it. Flour. I do this, I tap it again, and the other pot will have flour. And there it is. Okay? And now the bin is empty. All right. Pay attention because this is where the dough part comes. You can be anywhere at this point. You can just, be in the middle of an open field. It doesn't matter. Now, in order to make dough, you have to hit the flour and then hit whatever container has water. Oh, I should have done the bucket. Okay, just to show you that, well, I only have 2 pots anyway. All right. Yeah, it doesn't matter what container you use. Well, you have to either use a bowl, a jug, or a bucket for water. When you're making dough for bread, it doesn't matter if it's a bowl of water or a bucket of water or a jug of water. As long as it has water in it, you're good. And it doesn't matter which one you tap first. You can tap the pot of flour first, and then the container with water, or the other way around. So I'll hit the pot of flour, and then I'll hit the water, and that's what happens. You get this thing that asks what sort of dough you wish to make. The first one, make bread dough. The second one, make pastry dough. The third one, make pizza base. Now for below, Ice Mountain, you have to have a loaf of bread. Okay, so this is what all this is about. So we're going to make bread dough. And look at your inventory. Yeah, that still throws me, actually. I keep on expecting just one to be done, but yeah, it'll do it for whatever's in the inventory. All the flour and the water you've got, it'll just combine the two. No, actually, I think gives you the option of either one or all. I guess I had all selected. As far as quantity, so excuse me, I forgot about that part. Usually, when you're given options like that, you want to double check to see if there's a quantity that's specified. A lot of times there is. So you want to be careful. If you're just trying to do something one at a time, you've got to press on the one. By default, I think all of them, all is usually selected. I could be wrong, but so far that's what I've noticed. Okay, so now we have our bread dough, and we've got our pickaxe, and the fishing net. The fishing net I wanted to include, but that is just, this is the surest way to make sure you can always get money in RuneScape. If you have a fishing net, you can catch shrimp and then take it to the fishing store in Port Sarim, and I will be pointing that out. But no, I'm not going to go and make that side trip, because this really is about preparing for below Ice Mountain, but I also wanted to cover how never to be broke, how you can always have money regardless of your situation. Okay, so we are still making our way to Varrock. Again, we are still on the same road. We're just going to keep on going until we get to South Falador Farm. Yeah, I know there's shortcuts, but it's still easier to explain it this way. Okay, this is South Falador Farm. Okay? This wall right here, that's okay. Now at this point, all right, look south. You see Port Sarim. To get to Port Sarim, you have to get past this wall and then go south. Look at the compass next to the in the right hand corner, upper right hand corner of the screen. This compass next to the mini map. The upper part is pointing north, okay? So this kind of simplifies it so you don't get too disoriented. All right. Now, if you're trying to figure out where you are compared to the map, world map, you always got to make sure the N is pointing to the top. Okay? Because when you're looking at the world map, The top portion is always north. So looking at where we're at right now, we've just passed that wall, and you do have to pass that wall in order to get to Port Sarim. Once you pass that wall, just go south and go along the water, and you will get there. And let me point out, no, we're not going to go there. That's, again, we're trying to prepare for Below Ice Mountain. But this is still, I wanted to point this out because, again, very useful to know where the fishing shop is. And again, you can find that looking at the shopping. Look under shopping and then look for fishing shop. Okay? And that's where you want to get to. And this guy will buy anything you catch, which is why I also wanted to show how to get a free net just in case you lost yours doing whatever, I don't know. Now don't try to get to the port on this side because you won't be able to. You actually have to be on this side of the wall. Once you pass that wall, then you go south. All right? But we're not going to Port Sarim. I just wanted to point that out. Okay, that fishing net and knowing how to get to Port Sarim, to that fishing shop, those two bits of information, you never have to worry about not having any money. Okay, anyway, that's a little side note. But again, that's if you do not have access to the Grand Exchange. Oh, that's what I didn't do. Oh, and that's a very important part. Okay, boys and girls, we are going to end up having to do because gosh, I didn't even include it. I knew I would forget something. There's just way too much information. Oh, that's messed up. Okay, there's nothing for it. That's also what I wanted to include. Okay, you can, okay, I messed up. Yeah, I forgot to get this thing. Yeah, we're back in the castle. Sorry about that. I'm sorry. I completely forgot to get this. I was just thinking of too many things. All right. Now we were at the swamp area, which is south. Okay, we came up this way. Hold on, let me close this. We came up this way. We got the pickaxes from the tower. We got all the containers and all that kind of stuff. What I wanted to mention was the axe. Okay, now we're passing the pub that's next to the thing. And I did point out the general store. That's the general store right there. Yeah. Over here in front of the anvil. Okay, that's the anvil. That's the furnace. Okay, so yeah. Also very important to know those things. Yeah. Right here in front of this, the anvil area. This guy. Oh man, this guy. This guy's the woodcutting instructor. tutor, sorry. Start talking to him, and if you don't have an axe, he'll give you one. Any advice for advanced woodcutter? As you're already here, have an axe so that you can chop the trees around me. Okay. Look at your inventory. It should have an axe in it. All right. The axe is there. It's underneath one of the pairs of boots. It's right there. Okay. All right. That's all we needed. Sorry. I meant to cover that. It's just like I said, there's just tons of information, and yeah, sorry about that. Okay. Anyway, same road. Let's try to make up some of this thing. Again, after you pass the sheep, the road turns and you're going west, whatever. Keep on going. You're gonna pass the chicken coop, and that's where you get the wheat and go into the mill and grind it up, get your flour and all that. Okay, keep on going, staying on the same road. Just keep on going. Yeah, again, sorry, there's just too much information. Okay. Here we are again. This is South Falador Farm. And again, in order to get to the port, you've got to be on this side of the wall. And you just go south. Okay, but we're not going there. Okay, so now we're just going to go north. And we're going to keep on going north until we get to the barbarian village. And once we get to the barbarian village, we're going to go east through the village, over the bridge, and we're going to be right there in Varrock. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but that's how I say it. Okay, let's get this thing moving. Oh, heck. Again, look at your compass. Make sure the north is always pointing up there just to make it easy on yourself. If you're unfamiliar with the terrain, when you're looking at the world map, the top will always be the north, but the direction you're going in may not be. So you always want to make sure you're going in the right direction. Just look at the compass. Okay. And there's the barbarian village. Okay, now we're gonna cut through the village going east. Okay, see, look at your compass. So you can turn it any which way you want, okay? We're gonna be going east now. Just cut through the village. And once you cross the bridge, you'll be in Varrock. Oh, oh my God. Yeah, there is a reason, also a specific reason. Oh my gosh. I need to write better notes, except there's just, yeah. No, you don't want to just pass up this thing. This is the other items we have to pick up. All right. We came in. Oh, crud. Okay, we came in this way. We're going east. Now you're going to turn left when you're doing this, because this over here, this is the hall. This is their dining hall thing. Go in there, because on this quest you also need meat. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and point out this guy without the shirt. I wonder what happens. No, I'll give too much away if I tap on him. See the, he's got horns. Hold on. This, see if I tap on him. Well, what the heck. I'll go ahead and tap on him. I hope he doesn't attack. Yeah, I won't. No, that's giving too much away. Okay, this guy without the shirt. Yeah. He's one of the characters in the thing you'll need. His name is Atlas, and you'll have to speak to him. The hardest part about this, let me get the meat as I'm talking here. The hardest part about the barbarian village was actually identifying the characters. Okay, you see the meat on the table? Go ahead and take that. Okay, and you'll also need one of these beers. Okay, so look at your inventory, make sure you've got the meat, make sure you've got the beer. I'm going to go ahead and take another meat. If you've seen the previous screen, you'll know why. Wait a minute, do I gotta collect anything? Yes, I do. Oh, man. Okay, I'll leave that alone. All right. Someone can pick it up from the floor. Sorry about that. Okay. All right. You got the meat, you got the beer. You need those items. And I pointed out who Atlas is, which is one of the, let me see if I can see the other one. Because once you see the other character you have to talk to prior to him, you can kind of guess it's the guy without the shirt. Okay, but I don't think the other guy shows up unless you're on the quest. Okay. You know, when you read the wiki, the old school RuneScape wiki, when you start reading about Below Ice Mountain quest, it says this guy is in the center of Barbarian Village. No, he's not. This is the center of Barbarian Village. Okay? See, this is the stuff I was going to run through and explain as I was, yeah, but whatever. I'll mention it again as I'm going through it. The guy you need to talk to is going to be standing right here in this area, flexing his muscles. And there's actually You see this? See what my character just did? Yeah, you've got to do that for Atlas once you finish his little training program. At first, I didn't know what the heck he was talking about. That's what he was talking about. I went through some of these things and whatever, trying to figure out. No. This is one of the things that's unlocked as you're going through this quest. So you got to scroll down. That's what you got to do. That one right there. That's one of the things, items that's unlocked as you go through this quest. And you've got to do that for Atlas at the end of your training session with him. But yeah. Yeah, it's another thing I'm going to point out once I get all this extra information out of the way. Okay. So what are we doing here? We're prepping for Below Ice Mountain quest, and at the same time, we're finding out how never to worry about being broke in old school RuneScape. The net is a good way to make sure that when you don't have access to the Grand Exchange. When you do have access to the Grand Exchange, that's why I went back for the axe. All right. Because that, I spent some time trying to think, what is the easiest way to make money? That is the easiest way to make money. To have an axe and to just cut down a tree. And those logs go for, what was it, 40 something or other. Hold on, let me double check. Okay, I wrote it down. Here's some. Okay, yeah. Regular logs go for 49 coins. Okay, that's pretty decent if you don't have any coins at all. And it's also the easiest thing I could think of as far as how to get some coins, which is why I made a special point to go back for the axe. All right. So we reached South Falador Farm. We went north. We kept on going until we reached Barbarian Village. Then we went east. We're cutting through the Barbarian Village. Okay, we had to get the meat and the beer for the quest. And now, once we're across the bridge, okay, we are now in Varrock. All right. What else do you need? Okay, you have your pickaxe, which is optional. If you choose, if you got a decent enough weapon and you're used to fighting, by all means, go after the level 25 monster thing at the end of the quest. I made sure I had about like 10 salmon on me. True, I had to like double tap as I was fighting with this thing, but yeah, I was able to. Of course, a mithril warhammer is a pretty decent hammer. So, again, you may just opt for chipping away at the pillars. Anyway, you've got 3 axes now. If you can use any of them. Okay, there is something else I need to do. Now, until I had to prepare for this quest, I have done all my cooking on an open fire. All right, I did not need a stove. I qualify for the cooking guild. I've got a chef's hat. I go into the guild, but I have never used the stove until I prepped for this quest. Assuming you haven't reached level 32 for cooking and you can't get into the guild, there are other stoves, cooking ranges you can use. Now we just happen to be right next to two of them. All right, now go to your world map and look under training. You see it starts with agility training, anvil, birdhouse, all that. Go down to cooking range. Look at all those cooking ranges. All right. Boy, that was a lot more than I thought. Falador has a lot too. Okay, I use the furnace. I used to use the furnace in Falador. Let me do that again. Yeah, it's got quite a bit. All right. Anyway, this is where we're at right here. Cooking range. Yeah, there are a lot. Now, the two that you probably have passed several times just on your way into Varrock is Juliet's house, which is this big house on the left, and I forget the name of this character. A much more modest dwelling. Now you can go in here and that's obviously easier to get to. So you may want to go ahead and use that. What is her name? Gertrude. Oh, her name is Gertrude. Okay. All right. Gertrude. All right. I was right. So you may want to use that one, or you can use Juliet's. I think that one actually is easier to get to because it's about the same. Well, maybe not. I don't know. So if you don't have access to the Cook's Guild yet, either go to Gertrude's or Juliet's. Yeah, it's pretty close. Whatever. Okay. Now I've got to be careful with this because yesterday I burnt my steak. But yesterday the steak was all I had in my inventory, the only food item I had in my inventory. So it just assumed that's what I was trying to cook, and since it was already cooked, it burnt my steak. It should give me the option. But I don't want to take that. Okay. No, I have more than one item. So it definitely should ask me what I want to cook. But maybe I'll just press on it. What happens when you press? Huh. I don't know. It's not much of an option. Okay. Whatever. Okay. Oh, I got several things to cook. Okay. Yeah, I forgot about the shrimp and the anchovies. Yeah. Okay, so we need a loaf of bread for Below Ice Mountain Quest. So that's what we're going for. Now look at the upper right hand corner. See where it says 1 and all? See how the all is kind of darker than the 1? Yeah, I think by default all is always selected. As I've recently found out, it is very difficult to sell a loaf of bread because a loaf of bread costs 313 coins. bread dough, on the other hand, costs 202 coins. So you're paying more than 100 coins just to get something that's already cooked. And when it's this easy, why the heck would you do that? So I'm going to save one of the doughs and just cook the thing. Yeah, I'm going to sell the dough. So yeah. Again, you get 202 coins for that. And it may take you, I don't know, I left the thing there for a day and nobody bought it. So yeah, you're supposedly you can get 313 coins if someone actually buys it. If nobody buys it, you're just stuck with that, right? All right, so anyway, long story short, check the quantity before you hit anything. I'm going to change it from all to 1. Okay, and then I'm going to hit the bread thing. Okay, look at my inventory. I've got 1 loaf of bread and I still have bread dough. Perfect. So I've got my bread for the quest. I've got the beer. And I've got the cooked meat. I'll go ahead and show you why they want you to have all that. Okay, let's get out of Juliet's house. Okay. Yeah, me, I use the Cook's Guild, but again, I'm not going to assume that you've reached level 32 or whatever it is for you to be able to. And plus, you have to have a chef's hat on you. You try to go into the Cook's Guild without a chef's hat, and the Master Chef won't let you in. So, yeah. And the chef's hat, if you haven't saved the ones you collected when you first started out in Lumbridge, yeah, those suckers are 400 and something coins, almost 500 coins to buy on the exchange. Yeah, you're not going to find them in the store anywhere. Okay, so why all the ingredients? Below Ice Mountain quest requires you to have the ingredients for a steak sandwich, because you're going to have to make one. Well, I guess you can go in there. Anyway, this is how you make a steak sandwich. Oh, you have to have bread in your inventory. I'll show you. Let me drop that. Okay, I dropped the bread. If you do not have bread in your inventory, this will not work. Tap the knife and tap the meat, cooked meat. Nothing happens. If you have bread in your inventory, okay, the bread's in inventory, do that again. Tap the knife, tap the meat. Oh, wait a minute. Tap the knife, tap the meat. There we go. Your loaf of bread has changed into a steak sandwich. Okay? And you have to have that for the quest. You have to prepare that in the quest. Okay. And no, there's no other practical reason to have a steak sandwich. You can't sell it on the exchange. I looked into that. And it only restores 6 hit points. I could have gotten more hit points out of leaving it as bread and meat. The bread will give you 5 hit points, and the meat would have given you, I think, 3 hit points. So, beyond Below Ice Mountain quest, I don't think there's any reason to ever bother with a steak sandwich. But I have a few more quests I still have to get through, so I may be wrong. Okay, what else? Oh, yeah, the reason I went back for the axe, right? If you don't have Let me go ahead and get another one. I've got a space in there. If you really don't have any coinage whatsoever, as long as you have an axe and you have access to the Grand Exchange, you should be fine. And speaking of which, we're pretty close. Okay, this is Juliet's house. That's the bank. Okay. The Grand Exchange is north. Oh, and if you get confused when you actually walk into the Grand Exchange and you have to leave, just make sure you're walking south and you'll find the exit. All right, hold on. Again, you only need 10 quest points to gain access to the Grand Exchange. Below Ice Mountain quest requires you to have 16 quest points. So you should have been, you should have been using this for a minute by the time you get to this, or a little while anyway. Okay, the people in the purple suits are the exchange clerks. The people in the gray suits are the bankers. Okay, that confused me too the first time I went in there. Yeah, there's only one counter. There's just a lot of people around, in it. All the purple suits are the Grand Exchange agents. All the gray suits are bankers. So you can access your bank account or make a trade on the exchange. Right now we're trying to get money. So we've got to talk to one of these people. Welcome to the Grand Exchange. Would you like to trade now or exchange item sets? I still don't know what item sets are. I need to find that out, but I'll do that offline. Okay, let's see. I like to set up trade offers, please. That's the second option. Okay, what are we doing here? Yeah, if you've set up a PIN number, you gotta do that when you're getting into this thing. Okay, so okay, that hasn't sold yet. All right. So I've collected a lot of stuff, but assuming, all right, I've already pointed out things you need for the quest. I've pointed out a couple of things you have to get done, as far as making bread and making the steak sandwich and all that. And let's see. Okay, so now we're just down to how to make sure you always have money. Again, the easiest way is just having an axe, and you saw how to get an axe, and you saw how to get to Lumbridge walking. Again, assuming you can't take the canoe system. So you know how to get a free axe. You chop down one of the trees, and now you're doing this thing. Just tap one of the logs, and there it is. Price per item, 49 coins. Quantity 1. Now you can manually enter the quantity by touching the plus sign, or you can just hit all, and it will count up the items in your inventory and just do the math for you. So I'll hit all, and 98 coins is what I'll end up with, and they're not going to take a fee out of that, so I get the whole thing. Now, I don't have to accept this. I can back out. If I hit the white arrow, that's it. If I hit, hold on. All again. If I hit the confirm button, it'll set up the trade. Okay, this thing is taking longer than I want. So if once I've established the transaction, I've changed my mind, I can hit it again, hit this red button with the cross over here, and this bar will go red. At this point, I hit the white arrow, and then upper right corner, it says collect. It'll give me back but since it's more than one item, it'll give me back the items in note form. But that's fine. See? Because once I put that in the bank, it changes back into the items. So that just makes it more convenient to carry around, actually. And you see these bones things, they haven't sold. I'm going to take them out because I've got so many other items. I want to try to sell them. So the bones will eventually sell, but let's get rid of that too. Again, I hit the red button over here. Then that bar goes red. I hit the white arrow. And then I hit collect, upper right corner. And since it was more than one item, I get it back in note form. And again, once you put that in your bank, it goes back to being the items. So it's not a big deal. All right, let's try selling the boots. All right. I'm going to go for all. Hit the all. Confirm. Oh, they're just not buying stuff today. I mean, sometimes it takes a little while, but I mean, some of the items usually sell instantly. But I guess there are not too many people buying. Earlier this morning, I went through my entire supply of leather boots. They were snatching those things up left and right. Okay, whatever. What else did I collect? I'll go ahead and, yeah, I've got so many pickaxes. I don't need all these pickaxes. But that's how you would get some if you didn't have any money or didn't want to spend any money preparing for this quest. And again, I'm going to hit all. So what is it? 51 coins. All right, confirm. Okay, what else we got here? All right, you do need the knife for the quest because you need it to make the steak sandwich. All right, so whatever. But I already have so many knives. Let's try to get rid of that. Okay, well, this stinks. I wanted to show a sell going through, but no one's buying right now. Let's try the dough. Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay, that's usually what was it? It was 197. Okay, they took a fee charge out of that then. Yeah. Okay, there's the dough. Okay, this is what I'm talking about as far as the sandwich is concerned. Yeah, you can offer steak sandwich, but it won't take it. See, you can't sell it. So besides being required for this quest, I don't think that serves any purpose at all. Okay, what else? What else? We can go ahead and get rid of that. 64. Oh, it's not bad. Okay. Well, my demonstration as far as selling the logs was concerned was falling short, but what time is it? Okay, it is 5:38 p.m. It's a Wednesday, so maybe this is not a good time to sell this stuff. All right, I got money for the dough, but nobody's buying anything else, it seems. All right, let me take these things, see what else I can sell. Now, the cabbage took a long time, but it did eventually sell. That was not a quick sell today. The boots usually sell fast. It did not do so now. Okay, what else? The bones usually sell fast too. They didn't. Let's try the bowl. Okay, bowls are good sells. I'll take that. Yeah, I've got so many bowls and pots now. We can go ahead and yeah, that's not even worth selling. 6 coins, forget it. I'll keep it. The bucket, 5 coins, forget it. I'll keep it. Okay, 51 coins. This is cabbage. Yeah, they're just not selling things too quick. A few items, yeah, but not that. All right. Okay, I already did the quest, so I can go ahead and try to sell the beer. I'll get the cabbage out of there. Oh, what the heck just happened? Hold on. Okay, you see the cabbage? I got the item back because it was only one item. If it's only one item and you change your mind and you take the thing, it'll be the item itself. Okay, what else do we? Jug of water. Oh, confirm. Okay, that's sold. What else? Well, in truth, I have so many axes. I'll go ahead and... Oh, I feel funny about selling an axe. Those things are so... Hey, that's 65 coins. All right. But I have so many. All right. Go ahead. Okay. Okay, this was only one, so it should be the item itself. Okay, so I got the shrimp back. I'm going to go for the beer. Again, since I've already, okay, that's the 78. I already did the quest, so I don't need the beer. Oh, they snatched that puppy up, huh? That's a little revealing. Okay, what else? Pocket pot, rune. I don't know if these things don't sell for. Look at this, two. Yeah, I'm bothering with that. The only runes I found worth trading are chaos and nature. One's 70 something and the other one's 90 something. Otherwise, it's like 2 coins, 5 coins. Yeah, nonsense. Okay, I want to try that log thing again. Hold on. Good, I didn't like selling the axe. Again, the axe was only 1 item, so you get the item back. I'm going to try the logs again. There we go. Okay. Anyway, so sometimes they'll snatch it up. Sometimes you got to wait a couple of minutes. Sometimes you have to wait a couple of days. If it hasn't sold in a couple of days, forget it. Don't waste space like that. You can only set up 3 trades, as far as I know. This is a free-to-play player talking. So I don't know how it's set up for members, but I'm only able to sell 3 items at a time. I can sell a lot of the same item, but it's, yeah, only 3 of a certain type of thing at the same time. Okay, let's see what else. What else? The other extra slots, that's if I'm trying to buy something and the other ones are filled up. Let me show you. Hold on. Bronze, pickaxe. Well, that's a pretty good. Let me do the cabbage again. And the bones again. Okay, so all 3 selling slots are taken. Now I may want to request an item. Obviously I can't do it through the other ones, so I'm going to tap on, oh, maybe that isn't. Okay, now I'm confusing myself. That may be a member thing. Let me take that out again. Hold on. If I'm trying to buy something, okay, so yeah, I can only use those 3 slots. 2 of them are taken from me trying to sell something, and now if I'm trying to buy something, I'm going to hit the yellow. Oh man, I don't know why he does that. I'm going to hit the yellow thing. Yellow arrow. You see there's a yellow arrow going in and then an orange arrow coming out. I'm going to hit the yellow part. And I'm going to type in something. Let's see, what can I buy? Leather gloves. Okay, what do I got? Leather gloves. Let me hit that. Okay, they want 11 coins. Yeah, whatever. Big spender. Yesterday, I think it was 10. Inflation, huh? Okay. Let me confirm it. and it takes the coinage out of your inventory. So I didn't specifically look at it, but it should be 11 coins shorter than it was before I confirmed the trade. So I'll be able to collect that item whenever someone sells it, puts it up for sale. So I may have to wait, because apparently people are stuck in traffic or whatever the heck they do at 5:30 in the afternoon or in the evening in the middle of the week. All right, so that basically covers it. At least I was able to sell the logs, which was the point of going back for the axe. I was thinking about it, and yeah, I still think that's the easiest way to make a quick buck, or a quick coin in this case. Very straightforward, only one step, whereas everything else, if you're doing the fishing thing, you got to get to the fishing spot, you got to catch the thing, you got to take it to the fishing store, which is probably the worst part because that's way out of the way, before you get the money. And smithing something is even worse. You got to have a pickaxe, you got to mine the ore, you got to go to a furnace, you got to smelt it, and then you got to get to an anvil and hammer out whatever the item is. And then go to or come to the exchange and do that way. I cannot think of anything easier than just getting an axe and going for the logs. That was the easiest thing I can come up with. If there's something easier, by all means, someone leave a comment somewhere or whatever the thing is. But yeah, I couldn't come up with anything easier. If you have access to the Grand Exchange, the easiest way to get some money is by selling logs. Fewest amount of steps. If I'm wrong, let me know. Okay, I do thank you for watching, and yeah, hopefully tomorrow, now that I've done all this preliminary stuff, I'll be able to run through Below Ice Mountain Quest. I'll be pointing out some of the same stuff I pointed out when I was in the Barbarian Village thing. Yeah, I think I more or less covered that already. But the rest of it, there's plenty more information I can point out, and hopefully I got through all the prep work, and I'll be able to do that unless something else occurs to me. But at this point in time, that's all I can think of. So I should be good to go. I will see you later, or talk to you later, and take care, and thanks for watching. Have a good one.